this morning. We're at the last week of August. Big time and important time for soybean development and where we're at in the stage in growth. Last week we had about 3/10 of an inch of rain, a little less than what we'd like. A few miles south of us there was a rain that went through for 1.5 to 3 inch rain, and it was in a fairly narrow band, but that's the way the rains have been most of the summer. It's kind of been a spotty rainfall, and there's been areas that's had plentiful amount of rain, and areas that have been on the short end. And so that was an important rain if you got it. It really should make a difference in those beans that got that 1.5 or so rain. We're at the stage now, and as we'll take a look at this plan here, there's a lot of pods in there. But we can see a lot of these small areas that look like they could develop into a pod. And we're late enough in the season, those probably won't make it now in time, even if we had a rain. But people that have gotten a rain the last 10 or so days, those could go ahead and develop into a full size pod and put a couple beans in there, which will make a difference on their bean yield. It's cooled off some. We're kind of staying out of that 90-degree range now. We're staying in the upper 80s. Another chance of rain coming into this weekend. We sure would like to get that to help these beans finish out, and they'll need it to finish out. So we're getting to that time of year when if you don't get a rain, these beans are going to be what they're going to be, and they're probably not going to develop into a large bean. So it's important to get a rain here at this stage of the game. Overall, it's amazing how this crop in our areas where we've been this dry, it's developed as well as they have. When these beans start to fill out the pod, we can feel them, we can touch them, and we get an idea, you know, how's this pod filling out. We're really right at the stage now, you know, they're starting to get some size to them, but it's important to get a rainfall, I believe, on our beans so we have a full size, normal size bean. A lot of times on these dry seasons, if you don't catch that rain in August, a good rain, the beans will be a little smaller than normal. So we're checking them, we're counting pods, we're counting beans per pod, and that will all make a difference on how they end up in the yield. Well, we've already worked on a lot of our equipment to get ready for harvest. Our combines, we've worked on those, so sometimes we do these things earlier in the season. We've done some of the repair work as we had time, and now we'll just finalize that and make one last go around to make sure we don't have any belts with cracks in them, bearings that seem to be loose. When we start to harvest, we really don't want to be broke down. We want to be able to run smoothly. Yeah, fall is always an exciting, you kind of see what your year's